আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আমার কথা কি পরিষ্কার?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Yes, sir. Parishkar, sir.
আচ্ছা, সাইফুল ইসলাম।
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear
পরিষ্কার।
you.
ওকে, আই এম হিয়ারিং ফাইন। হাউ আর ইউ অল?
Alhamdulillah, we are doing.
Alhamdulillah, sir.
So, although the midnight, but it is unfortunate that I have another program. So every day my scheduler is to conduct a class. Maybe Nazmul is line connecting the line, and another is trying to connecting. I am not yet known. So two guys, Saiful Islam and Alamin. So could you please show your face attendance just one time? Okay. Alamin, Mr. Alamin, I draw your kindness that you can open your camera.
Sir, I don't have light right now, sir.
Okay, no problem. Saiful is problem, same.
No, sir. I'm opening my camera.
At least one attendance need to open this camera. Okay, thank you. This is the attendance. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So let me allow to introduce with this is the video. So this video not for 2%. A lot of guys, they are requested to me to make the video. So first of all, I convey my thanks, gratitude and hardest love to the all audience. It is my duty because I am nominated and motivated by the Clinical Engineering Department, International Federation Biomedical Engineer, Biomedical and Biological Engineering. So once we have won this license and awarded, it is our great pleasure to the CD Secretariat Chairman and all the global members, Clinical Engineering. So today I am going to prescribe one topic that is known an overview of medical equipment. Major problem in our countries like that most of the engineer or technician or IT professionals working in the healthcare sector and the causes of the legend salary due to some gaps. Example, one trainee engineer or apprentice engineer whatsoever IT or healthcare engineers, if anybody asks to any candidates, they could you please orient it with the hospital equipment? This candidate may be capable to example 2 or 3 or 4 or medical equipment, but they do not know what is the function of that particular equipment. That's why today I am very much feel proud and interested to describe my session. So if you allow me, then I can start. I have already shared. Are you see the share?
Yes, sir. It's okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I am going to be my session. Okay. You see that an overview of medical equipment. Semi-engineer Muhammad Anwar Hussain, PhD in biomedical engineering, also the founder secretary of Clinical Engineering Association of Bangladesh, and awarded the certificate as team leader from the CD and IFMB. So I am responsible to prescribe this equipment. So in this figure, we are viewing some sorts of medical equipment. There is an ECG machine, there is an diathermy, there is a testing meter, there is stethoscope. A lot of machine is there. So if we go to the next slides, so hospital equipment. So types of the hospital equipments, number one, biomedical equipment, laboratory equipment, ward equipment, service equipment, utility and hospital furniture. So a biomedical or clinical or electromedical engineering needs to understand what is the biomedical equipment, what is the laboratory equipment, what is the ward equipment, what is the service support equipment, what is the utility and hospital equipment. Here I mention four types of the hospital equipment. Those are rigorously used for the patient care. So if you go to the next slide, then biomedical equipment are defined: measuring equipment, recording equipment, monitoring equipment, imaging equipment, therapeutic equipment. Measuring equipment like the blood pressure machine, we can measure the pressure. It may be analog or digital. Recording equipment is ECG, and monitoring equipment is the central station or bedside or ICU ventilator. Imaging equipment, example basic X-ray, CT, MR, ultrasound. For the investigation, those equipment use and receive the data as format of the image, that is the imaging equipment. Therapeutic equipment that directly implement on the human body, such as diathermy, ICU ventilator, cardiac defibrillator, syringe pump, those are directly implement to the human body for life recovery or treatment. That is known as therapeutic equipment. So biomedical equipment are five difference like that. And then I goes to the measuring instrument: blood pressure machine, spectrophotometer, colorimeter, blood cell counter, audiometer, spirometer, and pulmonary function test machine. Example: if you wants to know the pressure of a human body, then you need to first parameter blood pressure machine. And then if you count to the physiological organ, example, you can use colorimeter or automated meter, whatsoever. It is the counter. Blood cell measure the numeric data. Colorimeter, same principle. Blood cell counter, same principle, because all machine give us the numeric data. Audiometer give the graph. Spirometer give the graph. That is, every graph give the data. That is numeric data. Pulmonary function test machine also give the data and graph. This is the measuring instruments. If I go the recording equipments, then ECG, electrocardiograph, those used for investigation or identify the normal and abnormality of the heart muscle, and we are familiar with that. EEG, electroencephalograph, when a patient vertigo or mental problem, then this ECG, this electroencephalogram machine, electrodes set in the human brain. So the brain data and graph has taken, and this is the recording equipment. EMG, electromyogram, BCG, PCG, and EMG, electromyogram, like same. And monitoring instrument: multi-parameter bedside monitor machine that's used for the bedside of the human body. Those are severe cardiac arrest, asthma in ICU or CCU, need to measure the parameters such as ECG, graphical representation, SpO2, oxygen saturation, temperature, NIBP pressure, and IBP pressure. And central station, example like the network, it is the computer intelligence. Example, I draw kind attention, Mr. Saiful Islam. Since you are IT professional and PC based, going to be clinical engineering. Example, there are 8-bed cardiac monitor. There is just 8-bed monitor need to centralize from central monitoring station. So when ICU have been designed, then multi-parameter bedside monitor have been placed to the bedside of the patient. But through the networking or Wi-Fi, we connected the central monitoring station. So at a glance, one person can monitor the condition of the patient regarding heart rate, SpO2, and temperature, and etc. Blood pressure monitoring equipment, it also the monitoring instrument. It can become, it give the display. Total monitoring instrument, multi-patient telemetry system. So once upon a time, if have connected one example monitoring equipment in my heart chest, then if there is a telemetry by transmitter, this transmitter transmit the signal to telemetry system to that monitor, then it is the remote control. Example, one patient is admitted the cabinet. It is not possible to monitor time to time. So that's why the telemetry is connected to the patient and the signal transmit and parameter transmit then received by central working station. So next slide, medical imaging equipment, basic medical ultrasound, basic X-ray, CT scanner, MRI, gamma camera, thermographic equipment. So basic medical X-ray ultrasound used for gynecology, cardiology and whole abdomen. When any organ found pain and abnormality according to the suggestion and guideline of the specialized doctor, they refer to detect the diseases or detect the child in the uterus. And basic X-ray machine used for in order to obtain the X-ray images from 216 anatomical program. CT scanner same slice, MRI and gamma camera also used for nuclear medicine, thermographic equipment, same so measurement of the temperature. So in the next class, we will elaborate every machine, what is the function, basic principle, troubleshooting and everything. If I go to next therapeutic equipment, example cardiac pacemaker, when a patient could not sustain his life, that means tachycardia, the breath rate, rhythm and palpitation when the breath rate less than 50, then call it bradycardia. So when electrical muscle contraction normally could not generate the pulse, electrical impulse, then this cardiac pacemaker inserted right side of the chest and to lead connected goes to the SA node or AB node. Then when heart is normally not work, like UPS is triggering the voltage. Cardiac defibrillator, when cardiac arrest is occurred, then sudden stop of the heart need to charge. This is the cardiac defibrillator. Then we give the charge to the machine in joule and left sternum and right sternum synchronized with the rhythm R wave, and then we use that. Surgical diathermy used for surgery procedure for cutting and coagulating. Shortwave diathermy used for physiological medicines to pain or joint pain, recover muscle, etc. Hemodialysis equipment, that is the kidney dialysis, when the function of the normal kidney or serum kidney is much very high. As usual, example need to dialysis and ventilator, you know very well, anesthesia machine used for to unconscious the patient during operation. Cobalt 60 machine give the radiotherapy. Medical linear accelerator give the radiotherapy to the cancer patient. Infusion pumps directly used for by the machine inject the injection heparin or streptokinase like that vital medicine slowly, timely and count the drop. And next, laboratory equipment, automated analyzer, blood gas analyzer, spectrometer, cell counter, colorimeter like that. And then ward equipment, oxygen cylinder, you know very well, medicine trolley, patient bed, portable suction machine, bedside cabinet, saline stand, and much more. So oxygen cylinder, what is the function? Everybody is known due to COVID. Medicine trolley, that means it is a cabinet, all sorts of first aid box, scissors and cotton and all sorts of medicine carry on to the bedside. Patient bed, Fowler bed, normal ICU bed, CCU bed, everything like that. It may be manual or remote control or electric hydraulic. Portable suction machine, do you know when wall suction machine not working, then portable suction machine used to resuck the cardiothoracic throat or cleaning the waste blood, etc. Bedside cabinet, this is used for store the medicine and diet, everything. Saline stand used for standing the saline and much more. If I use the service equipment, OT light, operation theater light, OT table, UPS and AVS, automatic voltage stabilizer, medical gas supply plant, medical refrigerator, anesthesia machine, sterilization plant, surgical instrumentation, distilled water plant, medical refrigerator, emergency medicine trolley, and more. If I go to the utilities and hospital furniture, electrical substation, standby generator, elevator and escalator, lift, water pump, laundry plant, ambulance, air condition, PABX, public addressing, branch exchange, computer with the network LAN and WAN, photocopier, hospital furniture, LP gas connection, patient trolley, wheelchair, and more. And thank you. Any question? Next time we'll describe. So one biomedical and clinical engineer or biomedical equipment technician or electromedical equipment technician, those are diploma in electromedical engineering technologies who have been working in the healthcare sector. They need to understand 5 categories of the equipment. If I go to their slides, that means hospital equipment, biomedical equipment, laboratory equipment, ward equipment, service equipment, and utilities and hospital equipment. So, at a glance, one engineer, one technician knows the hospital equipment chronologically and their function and their basic functioning and the computer software as well as preventive maintenance as well as safety operation and electrical connection and communication, navigation as well as contamination. So this is why I give a brief description on medical equipment. Those are used in a general hospital. So everybody needs to understand what is the function of the equipment and basic technology, which technology is used, and technological enhancement is globally continuous process. So we need to adapt with the technology. So some people, we are working for repair and preventive maintenance, but it is impossible without appropriate idea on this equipment. Example, if a engineer or technician repairing the colorimeter, blood cell counter, audiometer, spirometer, ICU ventilator, multiparameter bedside monitor, gamma camera, basic X-ray, basic medical instrument, and CT scanner. If you ask a lot of candidates what is their function, what is the relation of the treatment, most of the people known, but many people is unknown with their use for the medical purpose. So it was necessary to understand the functionality, functional and basic principle, and when which is applicable to use this machine in different cases. So in summary, to become a clinical or biomedical or electromedical or biomedical equipment technician or any IT professionals, so this equipment very much known. Example, here is one IT specialist, Mr. Engineer Saiful Islam online. If he wish to or supposed to develop a software, then this list needs to know and what is their function. So today's we know all medical equipment comes to artificial intelligence as well as computer based. So now clinical engineering and IT professional correlated with each other. No engineer could not ignore the IT. Without information and technology, never one biomedical electromedical engineer could not be obtain good outcomes from the patient. So all database equipments are computerized. So it is very much necessary some IT professional merge in the clinical engineering association as well as some mechanical, some chemical, some electrical, some electronics, some communication. So every specialist is needed for the healthcare system to merge. When a biomedical engineer completed their bachelor or post-graduation degree, They need to understand list of the equipment, their function. So it was the core class. If any question, then feel free to ask me. Otherwise, I will conclude my session. Thank you. Question and answer.
Thank
Engineer
you so much.
Nazman.
Available space. Sir, I'm Saiful Islam.
Okay.
Sir, I have some queries. I have some requests. Uh, uh, Based of my knowledge, I don't know whether the medical gas equipment in which part we can put the medical gas equipment.
Medical
Like
gas. Okay. Wait.
equipment.
Wait. Just Sutamate. Okay. I describe medical gas equipment. Medical gas is that, not nothing like that. You are taking the breathing, inhalation oxygen and exhalation the carbon dioxide. And those people is unable to take the breath. Normally they need oxygen. That keep in oxygen cylinder. Otherwise, if you go to the hospital, BI, evaporated insulated evaporator or oxygen generator. This is the central station and a lots of pipe like substation connected to the wall, and from there oxygen, high pressure oxygen supplied to the nozzle, and then those are unable bronchiology or cardiac arrest need sufficient oxygen, and COVID people, patient, they need oxygen. It is one kind of medical gas. Another is that is the example nitrous oxide. It
Yes,
is
sir.
used for operation theater. When oxygen goes to the inhalation, nitrous oxide, hallucin gas used for operation theater to unconscious the patient. And another gas is carbon dioxide use, and other gas also helium used for MRI. And then this is a lot of gas. And another is the suction. That means it is suction vacuum, then suck the waste of the blood or throat soap. Another is to driving the ventilator. Those ventilator need to turbine system. So one central motor or two or central motor, then pressurized the gas in a tank, and from that tank transferred to the input of the ICU ventilator, and this pressure drive the motor. So are you clear?
Yes, sir. I would like to request you make a video
Okay.
or
Okay.
a session about this topic, like what are the medical gas and the difference between medical gas and industrial gas, a proper system of medical gas pipeline, IV system,
Okay.
etc.
I please let me allow to make video and lecture one by one. It is the introductory class of the LP gas connection also, liquid petroleum gas, those who are used in the hospital for cooking. And hospital furniture. Here is the near about 60 line item of the hospital. So one by one, give me the time. Please let me allow. I will
Sure,
prescribe
sir.
and describe,
It's my
make some
request.
video. Okay. See, everybody request. So I draw kind attention, Mr. Nazmul, and then a lot of participants. Today
Yes, sir.
I asked only for 2 students, 3 students, but upcoming time I added more people, more graduate and undergraduate. So today more than 200 students, those are working in the healthcare request me, but due to time limitation and my busy life, I could not request them, do not send the link to them because I have some limitation. So now question from Nazmul. You can better show on your camera your attendance if possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And thanks for your nice presentation. It was a very basic presentation of medical equipment, but very informative. But my question is, sir, I want to know the difference among equipment instrument and device. Can you please give me the basic difference among these three things? Equipment, instrument, and device. Thank you.
Instrument, equipment, and device. Okay, Mr. Nazmul, nice. So, what is the difference between instrument, equipment, and medical device? Okay. Some equipment, example, it a class 1, class B, class C, and class, this equipment class 1, class 2, class 3. It is next class. For your kind of information, instrument is that it may be the instrument you can violin, play on violin, okay, music instrument. So we usually instrument, that means all sorts of instrument, medical equipment used for medical purpose. If you tell the instrument, small instrument, the instrument used for single purpose. When multi-technology used, then it's equipment. And device example, injection syringe. একটা সিরিঞ্জ আছে, একে আপনি কি বলতে পারেন, মেডিকেল ডিভাইস। একটা ক্যাথেটারকে বলতে পারেন মেডিকেল ডিভাইস। যারা অ্যাক্টিভলি এবং প্যাসিভলি ব্যাটারি ছাড়াও এবং ব্যাটারি দ্বারাও যে কাজ করতে পারে, মেডিকেল, অল আর মেডিকেল ডিভাইস। বাট ক্যাটাগরি সার্জিক্যাল ইনস্ট্রুমেন্ট, ছুরি কাছি যে জিনিসটা বললেন, এটাকে আপনি ইনস্ট্রুমেন্ট বলতে পারেন। আবার যদি আপনি ইকুইপমেন্টকে বলতে পারেন যে ব্যাটারি অপারেটেড এবং আপনি যদি বিদ্যুৎ দ্বারা পরিচালিত করেন, তখন এটা ইকুইপমেন্ট দ্বারা পরিচালিত হয়। তো এখন সব যন্ত্রই হিউম্যান বডিতে ডাইরেক্টলি ব্যবহার করা হয় না, কিছু করা হয় অ্যাক্টিভলি, কিছু করা হয় প্যাসিভলি। এন্ড ডাইরেক্টলির মধ্যে যেগুলো আইসিইউ, ভেন্টিলেটর, ডায়াথার্মি, এগুলোও ইকুইপমেন্ট। আবার রেডিওলজি ইমেজিং, এগুলোও ইকুইপমেন্ট, মেডিকেল ইকুইপমেন্ট। দ্যাট মিনস দোজ আর operated by electrical power such as DC power or AC power and used actively or passively to the human body in order to provide therapeutic or diagnostic. Those are actively passively uses but battery operated. This is called equipment. Otherwise, instrument and device is the common. Medical device is equal to medical instrument and also medical equipment. And medical equipment are subhead is surgical, as some are surgical procedure, some are invasive, some are non-invasive. So do you understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for your nice answer. Thank you, sir.
So most welcome. So thanks to all. Have a good night. Enjoy this. So check out from this video, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.